Finally, the most awaited day is here. It is with great honor and enthusiasm that I welcome you all to the first day of International Communication Association ICA Regional Hub 2024, hosted for the first time in Pakistan at Foreman Christian College, University, Lahore. I'm your today's host, Laiba Hussain, a graduate student of Mass Communication Department at FCCU. This historic event marks a significant milestone by bringing together leading scholars of communication from around the globe. As we convene in the vibrant cultural and academic hub of Lahore, we are reminded of the power of communication in bridging diverse perspectives and advancing global understanding. Our gathering today is testament to the enduring spirit of inquiry and the pursuit of knowledge that transcends borders. FCCU, with its rich legacy of academic excellence and commitment to fostering intellectual growth, provides the perfect backdrop for this momentous occasion. We are gathered here to engage in stimulating discussions, share groundbreaking research, and explore new frontiers in the field of communication. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to all the participants for their contribution. It is my great pleasure to introduce ICA, a premier global organization dedicated to the scholarly study of communication. This remarkable expansion underscores the association's commitment to inclusivity and international collaboration. ICA's mission is to facilitate high-quality research, encourage rigorous academic discourse, and promote the dissemination of knowledge in the field of communication. Through its numerous conferences, journals, and networking opportunities, ICA provides a dynamic platform for scholars to share their findings, engage in meaningful dialogue, and contribute to the advancement of this discipline. Before we officially begin today's event, we have some pre-recorded video messages to share with you. First, we have a message from Dr. Altafullah Khan, the Dean of Humanities at FCCU.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all at Foreman Christian College University for ICA Hub. The Department of Mass Communication is organizing it on the theme of communication and global human rights. We see that global human rights are practiced in a global world. So it's no more local. So you can't really hide behind your country's own situation. We are living in a world which is more integrated, where people are more aware of their rights through social media and also through mainstream media. I think that a debate on a global stage on such a platform would be very beneficial for Pakistan, for the whole world, and it's also a window opening into the world from what we call the proverbial global south. So I welcome you all again, and I look forward to a wonderful conversation and discussing problems and finding solutions that are helpful for each and every human being on the planet. Thank you.
Before we move on to the second video, I must tell you that we are going live on our page ICA Regional Hub 2024 Lahore, Pakistan, FCCU. You can also share this live stream with your peers, your fellow scholars, and your family members as well. Now, following that, we have another video from Dr. Noshir Contractor.
Welcome to the ICA Regional Hub in 2024 in Lahore, Pakistan. In 1973, we hosted our first annual conference outside the United States of America. We didn't go very far. We went to Montreal in Canada. I'm very excited that we have an upcoming ICA Regional Conference to be held here in Lahore, Pakistan on December the 5th and 6th of 2024. We believe that regional hubs provide an opportunity to bolster engagement globally with the ICA conference and communication research. Today, ICA has more than 8,000 members in 89 countries. The regional hub that we are having in Lahore and other parts of the world will help us get closer to our dream of making the International Communication Association truly international.
Finally, we will share a recorded message from Dr. Silvio Weisbord, President-elect ICA.
Hi, I'm Silvio Weisbord. I'm the President-elect of the International Communication Association, ICA. ICA is headquartered in Washington, D.C. in the United States, and it was established in 1950. For the past few decades, we have been engaged in a process of globalization, meaning a process of trying to build a community of scholars interested in communication and media from around the world. Our purpose is basically to raise awareness about scholarship going on in different parts of the world, to foster dialogue and collaborations among colleagues, and provide opportunities for productive conversations about shared interests. I hope that you enjoy the conference in the next days, and I look forward to meeting you. Also, I wanted to let you know that I will be attending the ICA Pakistan conference later this year in December in Lahore, and I hope to meet many of you there. Besides giving a keynote, the purpose of my attendance is to know more about the work that colleagues are conducting in Pakistan, and to discuss possibilities for how we can collaborate and how ICA can support the work that the communication research community in Pakistan is doing. So I look forward to meeting many of you later this year, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
I sincerely hope you enjoyed the video messages just like I did. Now it is my distinct pleasure to invite Dr. Firasat Jabin, an associate professor and the chairperson of the Department of Mass Communication, FCCU, to the stage for a briefing on the ICA Regional Hub. Please give a round of applause.
Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum and good morning. So being the lead person of this event and also the chairperson of the department that is hosting this event, I welcome you all to the ICA Regional Hub 2024 at FCCU in Lahore, Pakistan. So before I begin, let me tell what International Communication Association ICA is, what they do and what they are known for. So ICA is the leading academic forum for communication and media studies scholars. And they are famous for publishing high quality research journals. With that, they are also famous for their flagship annual conference. And this year, they are doing their 74th annual conference in Gold Coast, Australia. So with that, ICA also sponsors regional hubs. And let me tell you before that ICA's annual convention draws 4,000 to 5,000 scholars annually. So with their annual conference, ICA also sponsors regional hubs that are organized and held alongside their main conference. The purpose of regional hub is to ensure international reach of the event and also to maximize participation. And these regional hubs are specially planned in countries from Global South where scholars usually cannot travel because of funding limitations or sometimes because of visa issues or any such issue like that. So I am happy to share that this year, ICA regional hubs are happening in 9 different locations. So the grant applications for ICA regional hubs were approved from 9 different universities and locations. And as you can see this in this information in the backdrop, and this design or map was shared with us by ICA. So currently ICA's main conference is happening in Gold Coast, Australia. With that, there is an ICA regional hub happening in Beijing, China, another in Cairo, Egypt. 2 hubs are happening in Nigeria. 2 more hubs are happening in Indonesia. And there is another hub in Nairobi, Kenya, and Lahore, Pakistan. So in this context, we are honored to host the first ever ICA event in Pakistan here at FCCU. And thank you. And we really appreciate your presence in this sweltering heat and also for an event that came right after the Eid break. So let me talk about our speakers for the event. We are going to have a 2 days long event today and tomorrow, and we wanted to be sure that we have a blend of activities, mix of activities. We have some online sessions. Some international speakers will join us online, and then we have in-person speakers as well. So for our online speakers, later today after the lunch break, we'll have a speaker who will speak to us from the University of Sharjah. Tomorrow we have a session from a professor from University of Auckland in New Zealand. He's an associate editor with one of ICA's journals, and he's going to explain how to publish in his journal. And that is a really highly ranked journal published by Oxford University Press. Then later today, we'll have a session by a professor from University of North Carolina, Wilmington. The title of his talk is really interesting. It's Journey to Podium. And he's going to talk about his experiences of presenting at international conferences. Then we'll have another special session tomorrow morning where an ICA expert will speak to us. Dr. Naushar Contractor, whose video message you just saw, he's ICA's immediate past president. So he will speak to us, and the title of his talk is Grant Writing Skills, an area that we feel is needs to develop in Pakistan, and our scholars really need help there. So securing funding in the field of communication is the exact topic, exact title of his talk. Among our national speakers, we have our own Dean of Humanities, Dr. Altaf. He is currently traveling, so he will be joining us online. With that, we are going to have a talk by Mr. Amir Rana, who is an op-ed writer with Daily Dawn, which is country's leading English newspaper. He's also director of Pakistan Institute of Peace Studies in Islamabad. And then we are happy to welcome Dr. Khurram Mehran. He is the Director of Public Relations Wing in Pakistan Telecommunication Authority, PTA. He will speak to us later today. And the the title of his talk is Disinformation, Misinformation, and Regulation of Social Media. The ICA's conference theme for this year is Communication and Global Human Rights, and we are following the same theme. So these national speakers will be addressing issues related to that. And then we are also going to have a panel talk where a professor from Punjab University will join us and share his publication experiences with us. For the same panel talk, we'll also be joined by Dr. Kuratulan from FC College University, and she will also be sharing her experiences. For our keynote speech, we are going to have Dr. Amjad Saqib. He is known for his philanthropist work with Akhuwat Foundation. He is former civil servant, an author, and above all, a Humphrey Scholar. So let me also tell you about our participants. So for this event, we have participation from Karachi University. We are going to have a participant who will be joining us from University of Balochistan, Quetta later today. We have participants from Islamia University of Bahawalpur, GC University Faisalabad, University of Sargodha, Bahauddin Zikriya University Multan, Kohat, and forgive me if I'm missing anyone. Moreover, as for our participants from Lahore, which is of course the country's second largest metropolis, we have representation from universities which include Punjab University, Kannade College, Lahore College for Women, University of Central Punjab, UMT, Namal, University of Lahore, Beacon House National University, and like others. So let me talk about our registration as well. All our attendees are registered with ICA, like you all are registered for the main event, ICA, that is happening in Gold Coast, and registration expenses were covered by ICA. With that, there is also this opportunity for you. You can get ICA membership, and which will remain valid for 1 more year. And this is a special gift for ICA, and I really encourage you to make use of this. If you can go to next slide, please. Yeah, these are different locations where ICA Regional Hub is happening, and the hub in Lahore is happening currently here. Please move to the next slide. Well, let me talk about a special session which we are going to have tomorrow, and its title is Reaching Out. If you take a look at your programs, it's scheduled for tomorrow, June the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. So ICA has a committee. Its name is REACH. It's abbreviation of Regional Endeavors Affiliated Conferences and Hubs. And this committee comprises of ICA's past presidents. They provide guidance for organizing regional hubs and regional conferences. We are going to have a regional conference later this year in December. And of course, your participation there is most welcome. So if you can go to next slide, please. Yeah, so as you can see, we have this session tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. So ICA experts came up with a time slot that suits all hubs. At 1:30, We will be connected to Gold Coast, Australia main conference, and we'll be talking to REACH committee members, and those are, like I said, ICA past presidents, and there will be participants from other hubs as well. The lead persons from other hubs will be presenting their hubs. So this is going to be a unique and rare opportunity for us to connect to scholars from other hubs, and also to learn about their activities and to showcase activities of our event. So this is an exciting event, and we really look forward to it. Well, let me talk about some housekeeping announcements before I end my briefing. So there is one bathroom adjacent to this room and the extreme left corner, that's female's restroom. For male restroom, you will have to you will exit this room and then go left straight and then another left. That's the male restroom. So next slide. We have these hashtags. We encourage you to use these hashtags, please, when you upload your content on social media. The first two were given to us by ICA, and the purpose is to let you connect to a larger global community. And we wanted to make sure that you can easily remember them. That's why they are printed on all the conference materials that we have given to you. They are printed on your pens, lanyards, the tote bags, and folders that have stickers on them. And then the third hashtag as well. And other than that, you are at liberty to use other hashtags if you want to. We also have a hollow photo frame. Where is it? Yeah. So we encourage you to use this as well. And we have a photo booth right next to the registration desk. Please use that. And again, when you are uploading your pictures on social media, please use these hashtags that I have already mentioned. So since we have several international speakers, so we request you to please follow timings, especially after lunch and tea breaks, so that we can begin and end our sessions in a timely manner. With that, also, we request that you are mindful of, when a session is especially in progress, you are mindful of participants. And if you really plan to leave, please plan to sit in the periphery so that if you leave, you do not create disturbance for the rest of the attendees. Lastly, again, on behalf of my department, my team, and foreman, I welcome you all, and I really appreciate your presence. So let us show enthusiasm and excitement for this event. And let our international colleagues know that we are a dynamic and vibrant community of media and communication studies scholars here in Pakistan. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jabeen, for walking us through what ICA Regional Hub is and for insightful information. We are also honored by the presence of the Dean of Postgraduate Studies, Dr. Kausar Abdullah. Dr. Abdullah, we would be grateful if you could join us to come and share your views at this research-oriented scholarly event. Please, a round of applause.
Good morning, everybody. I am honored to be here. You see, Firasat asked me to be here on time, and I was on time about 1 minute late, you see. It's an honor to be here also, and on behalf of ORIC, which is the Office of Research, Innovation and Commercialization, I am pleased that we are having this event at FCCU and in Lahore. I always wanted FCCU to be on the map of the world, you see, not only map of Pakistan, but on the map of the world, and you have done that, you see, and I am extremely grateful to you. You see, this, I was reading about ICA before coming here, and it's very interesting that it's very much research and academic oriented, you see, and this is important, especially for our community of communicators who are all engrossed in halagula of local politics and all that. They forget the academic part of it, you see, So I think this activity will bring together the academic part of journalism and of history, and there is a lot to learn, from all these communications, you see, and these communications have to be some goal-oriented also, you see. We hear so many problems in the world, you see, and communication between the nations, between the communities can play a very important role in all this, you see. And I'm sure that with your efforts, we will be able to achieve something. And once again, I want to congratulate the entire team, and I'm highly impressed by the organization, because I know a little bit that it's not so easy to communicate and to be integrated into an international activity, you see. And so you have done so well. So my congratulations to the entire team, and I am here to support from Auric side and from my deanship side to do whatever I can, to help you. Thank you so much, and best of luck to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Abdullah, for sharing your views. Your presence is truly appreciated. Next, I would like to invite Associate Vice Rector FCCU, Dr. Gloria Caleb, to deliver the opening remarks at the event. Please give a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, and honored participants, a very good morning to all of you. It is with great pleasure and profound sense of anticipation that I welcome you all to this inaugural session to the International Communication Association ICA Regional Hub. As Dr. Firasat has just given a very good briefing, ICA is the world's biggest academic forum on communication and media studies with a presence in 80 plus countries. And this year's theme of the conference is Communication and Global Human Rights. I believe the purpose of the year's theme is very relevant to what we are doing at FC. And the communication and human rights the purpose is actually threefold for this conference, and that is to take a stock of the contribution of communication scholarship to the study of human rights, to foreground current research and practice, and to outline promising direction of communication studies. ICA Hub at Foreman Christian College, Lahore is one of the 9 hubs, as you have heard. And it is in this context our great pleasure and honor that we are able to host this hub at Foreman Christian College.
Welcome back, everyone. We will start our session again. Now I would like to start our next session. So it is my great honor to introduce Dr. Altafullah Khan, the Dean of Humanities at FCCU. Dr. Khan is a highly respected figure in the field of journalism and media studies. But unfortunately, he will not be able to join us online because he was supposed to arrive at New York from Rhode Island but could not do so because his train got delayed. However, we will be playing his 10-minute long presentation video to discuss human rights in the global era, ensuring and communicating the right to a peaceful life.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. My name is Altaf Khan, and I teach at the Department of Mass Communication in the Foreman Christian College University in Lahore. I welcome you all at the ICA Hub, and I'm really appreciative of the fact that you are there. I know it's immediately after Eid, and traveling is not easy, but it's your commitment that has made it possible. For us, it's a very prestigious occasion. I wanted to be there in person. I couldn't make it. My schedule was kind of all over the place, and I wanted to be on Zoom, but then the internet connections and all these things are at times very inconvenient. So I hope that this recorded message would be useful. I regret not being there, although I don't regret being where I am. But let me say a few words about the theme. I know all of you know about it, and most of you know these issues quite well than I do. It's not my area of specialization. But since it's connected to human rights, it's become a very interesting theme. The globalization of human rights is a recent phenomenon. One of the most important takeaways from globalization of human rights is that states or territorial constituencies can't refuse any human right on the basis of their peculiar cultural traditional conditions. It has become global. One of the major reasons would be cross-cutting themes like climate, but then the rise of social media, the global world, and the feeling of being in one world, like wherever you live, you think that you are part of the same world and you would like to live the way anybody lives. And you would like to have a good life. This realization has really defeated all determinist attitudes towards and fatalist attitudes towards governance. Like people really want to have all these basic facilities that everybody or anybody around the globe has. People are committed to put their share into it, but they also want to have access to the necessities of life that makes life useful and enjoyable. When we say enjoyable, it doesn't mean that people want to relish in everything, but people just want to live a better life, like have basic necessities, a roof on their head, something decent to eat, and some medicine or relief when they are sick, and also clean drinking water, a job to work, and also what we call respect. So when we look at the globe, there are countries which are ready to share these facilities, which we call the democratic world, and there are countries who refuse to do that in many ways. Like some of the reasons might be lack of financial resources, some might be regimes that don't like that and they want to have control over people. So that's, I think, in the thought, it's not possible anymore. Like people won't accept that. And everybody is committed, because in the global polity, you have to be committed towards things that are good for humanity. But then there is a difference between accepting something as useful and important and doing that. So there is this, there are two aspects that I would like to talk about. One is awareness about human rights, which are global, and the other is basically action. So awareness is there. When I take the specific case of Pakistan, we have awareness. But if you get into the general population and you want to know what is the level of awareness, you would know that it's a very rudimentary awareness, because people don't know what their rights really are, for which somebody else is responsible. Like it's a question of governance. And Pakistan has also taken measures to enhance the awareness of people. And these are these two laws that Pakistan passed, the right to information and right to services. Right to information is something that is, their commissions are functional in all 4 provinces, if I am not wrong. Right to services is different. And basically, right to information is the government's commitment to transparency, and through which the governments, in collaboration with different international organizations, is bringing home the fact that they would give access to right to information. Nothing is sacred and you can get information. Now, the commitment to it and access are two different things. There are restrictions upon it, and some restrictions are reasonable and you can think of them. Others are basically because bureaucracies around the globe, especially in countries which are not democratic in the true sense of the word, they are very secretive about their actions, and these couldn't be. These are not always kind of very important. But people say, why should we give like a common person on the street information about something? That has to change. It has changed in many ways, especially in the province of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and also some progress in Punjab, but it's a long way to go. The second one is right to services. The right to services is a more complicated one, because people think that the basic amenities of life that they enjoy or don't enjoy are basically their duty. And if the government gives them anything, it's kind of a charity or a kindness towards them. That's not true. Having clean drinking water, having a paved road, having a good sewerage system, all these things are basically rights. These are your right to services, and you can ask for them. There is a lot of effort going on, and again I must say that in the promise of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, there is a lot of progress. Since I have been part of these activities in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and also, fortunately enough, FC College University and its students were part of the Right to Services campaign, we have seen patterns where people are aware, but they are not aware to the extent which they should be. But it's an ongoing process, and I hope that this process gets into shape and gives better results, because the government's commitment to transparency basically brings home people's trust into it. It's very important. People will go for their rights once they know. And as I said in the beginning, people know about their rights. People know how people around the globe live, not celebrities, everyday life. People are aware of everyday lives of other people. And it's very important that we tell the people in the system of governance that these are their rights. And we also tell them why aren't we able to achieve those. It should be a clear and transparent world, because if you don't do that, the gossip mill starts and it goes up to the social media, because unsatisfied needs bring in rage, and that rage, if not physically demonstrated, which is very dangerous, goes up to social media. And on social media, you see a lot of things that are not true. But then, when so much anger is there, the truth never wins. And that's one of the biggest problems that we have. So I think it's a welcome thing that we are discussing this issue. And it's also a very opportune moment, because there is an awareness and there is a frustration because of not getting those rights. So I think it's high time that decision makers think about giving these rights to people, or be transparent. Tell them what their rights are, tell them they accept those, tell them why in a single constituency this is not happening, when would it happen. It's people's trust is not something that is forceful. People do trust you when you are transparent. They don't force you into it. So I think it's high time to discuss these. And I'm really thankful to you for being here. And again, I apologize for me not being here. I won't speak long. I think 10 minutes is more than enough for a person who's not there. So thank you very much. And I congratulate the Department of Mass Communication for arranging this hub, and Dr. Firasat and her team, all our colleagues. And I wish you a wonderful time, and I'm sure you'll enjoy Lahore, and I'm sure we'll meet again. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to invite our moderator, Momina Asif, who would moderate the panel on how the publishing world works internationally.